Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bree. I make work motivation videos. It's Monday and today will be another work motivation video. I also make cleaning, motivation, lifestyle, and motherhood videos as someone who is a mom in their 30s. I also am a pumping mom. If this is something that you're interested in, please go ahead and follow along. Subscribe. So today is Monday and I'm getting ready for work. Looking back at this video, I look like I am a hot mess. I am full-blown postpartum hair loss at this moment, and my hair gets so greasy so fast. Not to mention that I'm definitely probably taking care of myself, obviously less than I am my kids, so I could probably take more showers and wash my hair more, but that is just the season that I'm in right now. I have had a lot on my mind lately, a lot on my heart. I really just want to spend more time with my family and not so much time at work. But I have been trying to be very grateful that I get to come home every single evening and that we are all here, we are all safe, and we get to be together. So today I am just going to get up and go to work and do this thing. And when I'm done, I will be able to come home and be there with my family. I'm trying to be grateful that this job is the reason that we have a roof over our head, the reason that we have food on the table, and the reason that we get to do things, fun things that we get to do as a family, obviously that cost money. We can obviously do things that don't cost money, but if we ever do, this job is what provides that. So I am just going to try to keep that in mind. Again, keep in mind that we are all safe. We get to be together every day, and I'm just going to continue with that mindset. I have been getting a lot of questions in my personal life about when I plan on stopping pumping, and I think about this all the time. If you're a pumper, I feel like you would also understand that I'm constantly thinking about how long I want to pump for, like almost every single time that I do pump, and I would like to pump until 1 year. I did not make it to 1 year with Olivia. I only pumped until about 10 months. I was having to supplement with formula like pretty much half, or if not more than half, of what she was requiring every day. And it just kind of got annoying. So I just completely stopped pumping at 10 months and we completely switched over to formula. But that was like very expensive. So I'm trying to go until 1 year with Penelope. That would be ideal just because of with Olivia, we were buying a thing of formula like every 2 or 3 days, and the one that we were buying was, I don't even know, like $30-$40. We were buying like one of the biggest ones, but it was very expensive to replace it all the time. So I would love to just go to 1 year in order to save money with Penelope, but I feel like I'm totally using my pump to its max capacity. It's a hands-free pump, and if at any point in time it does stop working, I have told myself that I don't think that I'll replace it. I'll just stop. I do have other pumps, like older pumps that are not hands-free, that I would obviously have to like wean myself from pumping, but I don't know that I would replace it with like another hands-free pump. So I keep that in the back of my mind in case my pump would break. So that's just kind of where I am. I would like to go to 1 year. That way I don't have to buy formula, and if I do end up stopping before then, that is completely fine, but it's totally just a cost thing It's not because I want her to be on my breast milk or anything like that. It's just totally way more cheap to continue pumping and using my breast milk. So that's where I am with that, and we'll see how long I can pump for. And if you are going to follow along, then we will see together. I didn't get to film anything else this morning because my storage on my phone is full. If you didn't know, I record everything on my phone these days. I do hope to get like a camera soon and maybe start editing on my computer, but for now I do my phone, and it's really easy and it works really well for me. But I did fix the storage issue, so hopefully I won't have that problem anymore today, but I know it will definitely be a problem in the near future. So any tips for that, let me know. But we're at work and we're gonna walk in, and I will take you along with me. I didn't get a good parking spot today, which is my usual, so we'll walk in. It's super cloudy. It's kind of misting too. But when I was filming earlier this morning, it cut out right when I was making my breakfast. So you won't be able to see that, which is fine. I'm sure no one cares anyway. But I did make my egg sandwich that I always make. I had my kefir that I always drink. And then my sister came. She's the babysitter today, and she will watch my kids. I did not pack a lunch today because we really haven't been cooking a lot at home recently. So literally our fridge is empty. There's nothing in there, nothing for me to bring. So I will buy today. It's gonna be a regular week. I work Monday through Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. I have some things planned, so let's do this. Let's get this week over with. And we're gonna get to work on time, leave on time, spend the evenings with our family. I have a vacation planned. We are gonna go to the beach in a couple weeks, so I am excited for that, and I'm just trying to stay focused, make that money, save that money, spend the evenings with my family, and obviously the weekends. And then here in a couple weeks I'll have more than a week off. It's probably like a week and a couple days to have off with my family and go on vacation and have a good time. And that's the first vacation I have planned this summer. I have more than one. So you can do it if I can do it. Work your 9 to 5. Don't just be lazy after work. It's just 8 hours of your day. Try to do something after work so that you don't feel like you're just working the majority of your life. There's plenty of time to do things after work. So I'm walking in now, and I will pick you up as I can. See ya. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you have been here before, welcome back. For anyone that is new, I just wanted to kind of tell you what I do. I am an RN case manager working in a hospital, and my job has me doing insurance reviews, which is sending clinical information to the insurance companies in an attempt to get the hospital paid, as well as my job includes then discharge planning. That's the other major part of my job. So we help with any discharge planning needs. Some patients need nothing, some patients need a lot, such as home health, equipment, rehab, IV antibiotics at home, placements, all kinds of things, social issues, homelessness, food insecurities, financial insecurities, things like that, abuse. So that is what I do. I work Monday through Friday usually. I do work some weekends, about every 6 weekends or so. So randomly I will have off during the week, which is very nice because I can never get anything else done, no appointments or anything. So I don't really mind working like every 6 weekends. Hey guys, it is 4:30. I am pumping for the second time. As you can see, I went upstairs to the mother's room and wanted to just let you know some of my points of today, some of the key things that I'm taking from today that I want you to know. So first thing would be to not get mad at your case manager because they are not doing everything for you. Our job is not to physically do what you want us to do in terms of like helping you with your social problems. Like, for example, insurance. If you're losing your insurance, if you don't have insurance, I'm not going to be able to apply for insurance for you. It is still your responsibility to do that. I can't call your insurance for you and fix any kind of problem. They don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from you. Rarely am I going to have time to be able to just sit with you and call your insurance to try to solve these problems. I'm not really sure what like an outpatient or like a home health social worker or case manager would be able to do, but in the hospital, like I have so many patients and I'm trying to do so much for them that I can give you all of the resources, all the telephone numbers, all the people's numbers outpatient that would be able to help you, your county assistant's office, things like that. I can give you your insurance information, your member ID, tell you who to call, hook you up with a liaison, hook you up with an insurance case manager, things like that. But like I can't physically call your insurance. I can't physically get you insurance. That is still going to require you to put in the effort. I was told that I just give phone numbers by a patient. You know, I'm not helping her, but I literally gave her the number for the person in the community that would be able to help her. I'm giving her the information right there on the piece of paper for the person that would be able to help her. And I know it's not me, and I am sorry for that, but it's not me. I think case managers in general are there to give you access, give you information to all the resources. But a lot of this stuff really still needs to be done by the patient, by you. Things are not handed to anyone, and I cannot solve all the problems. I like to say that I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a magic wand to solve your housing issues. I don't have the magic wand to solve like your financial issues. I can give you information on financial counseling and all of the resources that there are for homelessness or low income housing or projects out there in order to help people with homelessness or low income. I can give you the food bank and all of the churches that offer food or offer help with funds or housing or whatever. I can give you all of those people that are there and they are waiting to help you. But I can't like physically call those housing people and say, Joe Smo is looking for housing. What do you have for him? Like, they don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from the person that is trying to get the help. So don't get mad at your case manager if they cannot physically do everything for you. And take some responsibility for yourself. A lot of these patients have working hands, working telephones. They have time in their day to make these phone calls, but they just don't. For example, I had a patient who didn't even know his insurance. Didn't have the card, didn't know what the name was, didn't know his member ID, insisted that his brother had the same insurance. So I had told him, okay, call your brother's insurance, the same number on the back of his card, and say, my name is so-and-so, and I have this insurance too. What is my member ID? I walked him through it. And he brought me his brother's card. So it kind of helped in terms of I knew which insurance company now it was. But it wasn't his name, it wasn't his ID number. And you best believe if I called that number and tried to get his name or his member ID, they would have absolutely said no. So I had to walk him through it again. This is what I need from you. And he really did just want me to do it. He didn't want to do it. And it just doesn't work like that. You have to still have some accountability for yourself. And don't blame the system for not helping you if you cannot help yourself. So that would be takeaway number 1. Number 2 is if you are 65 and older or you have a loved one that is 65 and older, really take a look at these insurance plans. When you're 65, you automatically qualify for Medicare. If you are going to be someone who picks these Medicare replacement plans, just understand what that means. Medicare has certain guidelines, and if you meet the guidelines, then you get things done. You get your equipment, you get to rehab, you get your procedure done. If you meet the guidelines, you go. There's no one approving or denying things. They set the guidelines, people follow the guidelines. Now, when you pick these Medicare replacement plans, or these like what they I guess kind of called like supplemental plans, there's a big difference between a Medicare and then a supplement or a Medicare replacement plan, which is what a lot of these patients are getting instead of their straight Medicare. Those plans require an authorization to get things done, pretty much anything done. Going to rehab, getting procedures done, certain medications that you need. So just know that, and they will approve or deny things. I mean, specifically, people get upset obviously when they're denied, whereas maybe they met Medicare guidelines, and if they had straight Medicare, they would be able to go or get it done. They're not able to do that with their Medicare replacement plan because that plan is managing their Medicare dollars, and that way they get to kind of dictate and approve or deny things. So people don't really understand that when they get these plans, and then they don't understand, why they can't go to rehab or why their insurance is denying something. And I don't make the rules. So, I had another patient that was really upset with me because they had a Medicare replacement plan. Certain rehabs are not in network with this insurance plan, and so they did not feel like they had a real choice in where they were going for rehab. And they were kind of upset with me because really the patients do have choice. I have to go in, I have to ask them where they want to go. But then once I look into it and their insurance doesn't cover that place, then it's kind of off the table. So I had someone kind of upset that like I told them they had choice and then they really didn't because it was dictated by insurance. But I don't make those rules up either. Like, you still do have choice. I still have to ask you where you want to go. I can't recommend a place. I can't send you somewhere just because I want you to go there or I sent the referral there. Like, you have to tell me where you want to go. We look into it insurance wise. If it's a good place and it, you know, meets your insurance or whatever, then I can try the insurance authorization. You can go. If they don't take your insurance, then we have to look at another place. So just know I have nothing to do with the insurance guidelines, and please understand what you are getting when you sign up for certain insurances. So those are like the two main takeaways from today. Don't be mean to your case manager. We can't do everything for you. Hold yourself accountable and take the responsibility for yourself, and then really understand what you're picking when you pick an insurance plan, especially if you or your loved one is 65 and older. Because let's be honest, once you're 65 and older, you're probably going to need your insurance more than you used to, or more than you had when you were younger. So a little bit of a hard day. It's Monday. Mondays are always difficult. You know, like I said before, I really don't want to be here. I just want to be home with my family, but I'm not letting that affect, you know, how I am working or my patient care, anything like that. And we can do this. We can get through this. Try to split your day up into like little chunks, little wins. You know, I usually split it up like a certain chunk of time before I pump for the first time. Yay, I got through that. Then a little chunk of time before I go to lunch. I definitely decompress even if I get to lunch late. Always try to get off the floor, leave your office or whatever, to get that break, because it really does help. And then come back to work and do as much as I can before I have to pump. And then it's like 4:30 now, so once I'm done pumping, then it's really going to be time for me to go. So I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to do probably the littlest bit of things before I actually leave for the day, and then I made it. So split your day up into little wins or little time frames that make you feel like the day is going faster, and hopefully that will help. And I don't know if I'll pick up the camera anymore today. So if I don't, then thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will pick you guys up in the next one. I'm not sure what video that will be, if it'll be a work motivation video. I really do want to do a little bit more kind of sit down videos and give you guys some information like on pumping, newborn stuff. I know I watched a lot of those videos when I was a first-time mom, and then even with my second kid. So I would at least like to get my thoughts out there, even if the videos are not the most exciting. So I might spend some time doing that. And if you are someone who is a mom, I have 2 kids, if you're a pumping mom, if you need some work motivation, I work, you know, a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, typical job outside of the home. If that is you, if that is something that motivates you, if you're interested in watching my videos, please consider subscribing. Don't miss a thing, and like this video if you did like it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. beautiful out. It's been so rainy, so cloudy. Do you guys remember this morning? It was like misting and it was very cloudy. Now it's beautiful. I left on time. I hope you guys did too. Try to make that a priority and enjoy the rest of your day.